Welcome back to BookBlink, where we dive deep into life-changing books. Today, we're exploring The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. This groundbreaking work has shaped personal development for decades, and its principles are just as relevant today as when it was first published. Before we begin, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BookBlink, and leave a comment to support the channel. Your support means the world to us. It helps us make even more awesome content like this. What are the 7 habits of highly effective people, and why do they still matter today? Let's dive in and explore. Covey's philosophy really focuses on building character ethics instead of chasing quick fixes, He emphasizes that true effectiveness comes from within, from our core values and principles. It's not about finding shortcuts or manipulating others, but about becoming a person of integrity and substance. The book is split into 2 big parts, private victory and public victory. It's all about personal wins and how they play out in the world, Private victory is all about mastering yourself before you try to influence others. It's the foundation upon which all other success is built. Let's start with habit 1. Be proactive. This habit is about taking responsibility for your life. It's about recognizing that between stimulus and response, we have the power to choose. Being proactive means understanding that we are not victims of our circumstances, but the architects of our lives. For example, instead of complaining about a difficult coworker, a proactive person might choose to improve their own communication skills or find ways to build a better working relationship. Habit 2 is begin with the end in mind. This habit encourages us to live by design, not by default. It's about having a clear vision of what we want to achieve in life, both personally and professionally. Imagine you're at your own funeral. What would you want people to say about you? This exercise helps clarify your values and long-term goals. By starting with a clear destination, you can make sure your daily actions are aligned with your ultimate objectives. The 3rd habit is put first things first. This is where we put our priorities into action. Covey introduces the Eisenhower Matrix, a tool for deciding what's truly important versus what's merely urgent. It's about focusing on activities that align with our long-term values and goals, rather than getting caught up in the tyranny of the urgent. For instance, spending quality time with family or investing in personal development might not seem urgent, but they're incredibly important for long-term happiness and success. These first 3 habits form the private victory. They're about developing self-mastery and independence. But true effectiveness doesn't stop there. The next 3 habits form the public victory, which is about working effectively with others and building strong relationships. This is the mindset of abundance. It's the belief that there's plenty for everyone, and success doesn't require competition. Win-win thinking fosters cooperation, builds trust, and leads to lasting success in relationships and business. This habit isn't about being nice, it's about being courageous and considerate. It requires balancing empathy with assertiveness. Covey also explains that to achieve win-win outcomes, both parties must be committed to mutual benefit, which often requires creative problem solving. It's not about meeting halfway or compromising. It's about finding new paths where everyone benefits. Successful negotiations, healthy friendships, and high-performing teams thrive on win-win thinking. Think of a business negotiation where both sides walk away with added value because they explored options that went beyond either party's initial position. Or consider a relationship where both partners openly discuss their goals and actively look for shared wins rather than hidden victories. This mindset isn't always easy, but it transforms relationships from zero-sum competition to lasting mutual support. Habit 4 is think win-win. This habit balances courage and consideration to find solutions that benefit all parties. It's not just about meeting in the middle or making sacrifices, It's all about thinking outside the box and finding cool ways for everyone to win together. In business, this might mean looking for partnerships where both companies can leverage their strengths rather than seeing every interaction as a competition. Habit 5, seek first to understand, then to be understood, is perhaps one of the most powerful communication tools ever developed. It's really all about listening to truly understand what someone is saying, not just waiting to jump in with your response. When we really connect with others, it changes how we interact, builds trust, and opens up all kinds of new possibilities together. Think about it. What if we really took the time to listen and understand each other before jumping in with our own opinions? Our relationships, both personal and professional, would totally change for the better. Habit 6 is all about synergize, and that's where the real magic happens. When we truly come together and collaborate, amazing things can unfold. Synergy isn't just about working together. It's about creating solutions that are better than what any individual could have come up with alone. It's the 1 + 1 = 3 effect. In a diverse team, for example, synergy happens when we value and leverage our differences to create innovative solutions. The final habit, Habit 7, is sharpen the saw. This habit is about continuous renewal in all areas of life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. It's the habit that makes all the other habits possible. Just as we need to regularly sharpen a saw to keep it effective, we need to constantly renew ourselves to maintain our effectiveness. This might mean regular exercise, reading, meditation, or spending time in nature. Throughout the book, Covey introduces the concept of the emotional bank account. Just like a financial bank account, we make deposits and withdrawals in our relationships through our actions. Consistency, kindness, and keeping commitments are all deposits. Breaking promises or being disrespectful are withdrawals. By consistently making deposits, we build trust and strengthen our relationships. Covey also talks about the maturity continuum, which moves from dependence to independence to interdependence. While independence is valuable, the highest level of effectiveness comes from interdependence, recognizing that we can achieve more by working effectively with others than we ever could alone. The key takeaway from the 7 habits of highly effective people is that real change comes from within. It's not about adopting a few techniques or tricks, but about fundamentally changing who we are. Effectiveness is about becoming a person of character, someone who lives by principles and positively influences those around them. The 7 habits are seriously key for living your best life, you know? Here's a quick rundown. They can totally help you feel more balanced and happy every day. These habits are just as applicable in our modern, fast-paced world as they were when Covey first wrote about them. Whether you're navigating a career, building relationships, or striving for personal growth, these principles provide a timeless framework for effectiveness and fulfillment. Thank you for watching this BookBlink summary of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Which habit resonates most with you? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more insightful book summaries. Until next time, keep reading, keep growing, and stay effective.